FuseBox here, and the Fusion event is almost on us. It should be this weekend, and so I'm making a plan, and I would advise everybody else to make a plan too, just to try to coincide everything that you're wanting to do in the game with the event. This should help you get through the event if you're trying to, and if not, at least get you some epics while you're still progressing in the game. It's pretty simple advice, but also would keep in mind after this Valentine's event, we already know there's probably going to be a St. Patrick's Day event a month later. So as you exit this event, hopefully you get the legendary or at least a couple of really cool epics. As you go through the next month, I would probably advise not pushing really hard on a lot of tournaments or events, and slowly be saving up again so that you can get the next fragment or fusion event with ease. And I've been doing this. I knew that Valentine's Day was coming within a month of the last one, and I figured this would happen. But to maximize what I get out of it, I put a plan for me together, and we'll kind of go over it because it may actually help you in building an unkillable team. I know everybody's excited about those. I want to improve mine. I made a strange one because of the characters I had. Well, I realized that in my vault I had a Warcaster, so I'm going to try to make a Batman unkillable. And I'm going for a 2-to-1 ratio, which will really up my damage. Right now, I almost 2-key it. I'd rather almost 1-key it and easily 2-key it so I can go into Nightmare, earn an extra chest. So I'm going to go over my plan. And with knowing that all these events and tournaments are going to have to be done, I'm going to try to coincide. Well, let's look at Warcaster. This team that I'm creating, it's pretty specific on who you have to use, and Warcaster is a part of the group, at least for me. And because he's 440, that's actually a plus. As crazy as that sounds, you see, I got a lot of food made up already. I've got chickens I've been saving, so that's going to help me do this with ease. So here's Warcaster at 440. The day that the champion training event or tournament comes up, I'm going to take him straight to 5-star. I'm going to level him up with brews. I've been saving brews since the last event. I'm going to use these just to level him straight up to 550, and I've already got everything made up to take him to 60, and I'll level him up with brews, and if I have to run him, I'll run him, and that'll help me get through my champion training event or tournament, whichever one comes first. So everything's ready to go. I'm not doing it now as bad as I want to, because I want to use the the events and tournaments to maximize my rewards. While I'm earning a new legendary champion, I'm going to be taking Warcaster to 60. That's going to help. Also, finishing out his gear. I should have stayed in there. Where'd you go? Boy, I have a hard time finding these characters sometimes. All right, so on his gear. Let's go over the team in case you have these parts. Maybe you can make it. The team that I'm going to be doing revolves around Warcaster. Any 2 DPSers you want, I'll go over who I'm going to use, but anybody you want in 2 slots. You do have to have someone like Roshgard the Tower, because you have to have Unkillable up for 3 turns in total. Roshgard comes with Zone of Protection. He gives me 2 turns of no damage to my entire team on a 4-turn cooldown. You have to land the books right here before you can use this. And I've been working for a long time on Warcaster. He makes up the next slot with his move Invincible Aura. That gives me 1 more turn of block damage, and this is what I've been waiting on, was this final book. I had to book, if you know my luck, I had to book him all the way out to get this. So I've been waiting on an epic book. Just got done talking about how hard it is to get books in this game, but I got one from the clan boss. Here it is, and he'll finish off my completely never take damage unkillable team. Now, what's special about this team is these guys have to go at super fast speeds, and they get boosted constantly by Seeker. This is why it's called the Batman team. The Batman himself, he has to go fast too. So let's start going over the key elements in case you have any of these characters. Seeker is amazing aside from the fact that he makes some of the best unkillable teams. This guy's worth building no matter what. He can protect your team. If you take a hit first in the arena, he can actually put up a defensive just by being on the team. He doesn't have to take a move. Put up a defensive aura around everybody. He increases your attack, and he does that at the same time as boosting everybody's speed. He fills their turn meter by 30%, places the increased attack, gives himself an extra turn. This is a 3-turn cooldown, but because of the extra turn, it might as well be a 2-turn cooldown. Well, this is the move that makes him so special on unkillable teams, trying to tune him right to speed everybody up. So starting with him, what I'm going to be doing is waiting for that first artifact enhancement event, and then I'm going to go absolutely berserk on trying to get my gear right on these guys. He has to run at 248 to 254 speed, so just above 248 speed, and luckily I made him fast to start with, so he's already at 241. 7 speed I can make up by just probably changing these out to speed gear. I do like keeping him effective. I like to have that 220 accuracy, so I'll probably try to do it with accuracy gear, but making up 7 speed is definitely doable. So I'm in a good position on the Batman himself. He's pretty much ready to go. Rashkard, the tower, since he's important, you could do this with Sir Nick. You could do this a lot of different ways. No damage buff actually works out in your advantage, trying to make sure you guarantee who the tank is over an unkillable buff, but you can definitely do this with unkillables as well. These are the champions that I have, so this is the way I'm going to do it. But Rashkard, the tower, he's going to have to go at 245 to 246. It just so happens he's already in my unkillable team, and I've got him at 248. So I actually have to lose some speed on him, which already was an issue. You see, I never rolled his boots up because if he went any faster, I was going to have to do something. Well, now I'll just have to change out my speed boots and give him something a little bit less. Either find some 5-star or roll something up to 13. But this is also easy to do. I'm already over the speed. So I've got 2 of my elements already done. My DPSers, they have to run at over 245 speed, basically, if I want to go 2 times for every 1 time of the clan boss. So they'll work the way they are. I plan on taking Rosin, and also for his debuffs, so everybody does more damage. And I'm going to take a Poisoner, since I don't have any amazing heroes like Draco. I want to take a Cult Brawler, and right now they'll work at the speed they're at, but I want to get them going 2 turns for each turn, so they have to go up quite a bit. 245 speed, and they're both at about just under 180. So this is where I'm going to spend my money, rolling up gear, looking for triple speed rolls, trying to get these characters faster. I've already been playing around as I've been booking him out with my Warcaster, and he has to be the fastest. He's the hardest to do on the team. And we'll kind of go over, since this is probably the hardest part, getting the right speeds, let me go over how I did this. But he has to go over 265. Now he can actually go quite a bit over, like to 280 something. So I've got to hit 265, and I have plenty of ability to go too high. And before I've even rolled this stuff all the way up, I've been playing with gear, and he's already right at 250. And I guarantee you, I've got a banner by now rolling these things up. This banner right here, and finishing these speed boots, he'll be over the speed he needs to be. Again, that's 265 he has to beat. So I've already been working on it and trying not to take away from my Arbiter for the arena, things like that. And it's pretty simple. Speed gear and also the divine speed gear are going to help you get to that point. Now, what I do when I'm looking for, well, let's just do it real quick. I go to field. I don't have much silver. Again, silver is the big killer. And I'm not going to sell my spider gear until the artifact event comes up, so that I'm able to do all this, finish this gear out during the artifact event to earn that new legendary. But you come in here and you go to substats, you already know you're going to have to wear speed boots. That's a given. Go to speed, and I've already been doing this, so there probably won't be much that I need to roll. But you come in here, you can see I've been rolling this stuff up. And you're looking for double and triple rolls. When it doesn't hit speed by the time I go to 8, I just move on. This one is already at 12, so that's the best it can get. And you're just looking for those extra rolls. So here's one that hasn't been rolled up, and it's cheap to go to 8. So you're hoping right here to hit 2 speeds. And when you're done doing this through all your speed gear and your divine speed gear, you just come back and look for the fastest pieces of gear you have. It's hard to hit 265. That's a hard number to get to. on a champ that, say, we hit 1. This is a piece of gear that if it's the best we have, we could use it. Now, speed boots, that's a whole different story. So you would do this under speed and probably go to your divine speed and hit those 2. Now, speed boots are absolutely a given. You're going to have to just look for speed boots and, not substats. We want primary stat speed. And you're probably going to have to go through and be willing to strip some boots off of some other character. So I may have to swap some boots out at some point right here. I may have to swap with somebody to get the tower down to the right speed. But all this is going to be very doable. All I have to do is finish gearing him out, which is just a couple of leveling him up, putting on some jewelry. He'll be at the right speed, adjust a couple of other speeds, and then I'll spend my money, my silver, trying to get rosin, and or I may start with 1 and then go to the next one, Occult Brawler, to 245. And I'll only do this during the events that correspond with what I'm doing, spending silver on artifacts, leveling up heroes. And if I do it all right, when it's time to rank up, Warcaster goes to 60. I'll have Bruise to make sure I can level him up and getting more points for that event or tournament. The artifact event's going to get my gear in order. I plan on, usually it takes about 12-14 million to get through each event, so by the time I spend almost 30 million silver on gear, surely I'll have my speeds right. I can be running dragons during the tournament event, getting more speed gear during that time, or up until that time. And then basically put my team together and start enjoying a new clan boss team, earning a new legendary at the same time. And I have plenty of food to take another hero up to 60 alongside Warcaster. So I'll get to enjoy one of my other heroes at the same time. Nothing amazing, nothing crazy that I'm telling you here, other than I think most people, they know they want to do it this way. But like right now, I'm so excited to take Warcaster all the way to 60 so I can use him. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it if it's going to hurt my chances of getting a legendary. And even if all I were to get were a couple of the really amazing epics, still not going to waste my silver right now. I don't have any silver right now. Basically, my silver is sitting in here. I've got all this to go through and sell, and there is plenty of it. I think some of it's like, right. Yeah, look at that. The Sacred Order seems to be getting all the luck here. But I mean, there's just millions of silver in here to sell. There's plenty of artifacts. I've got almost, 901. I'm not going to need them all. I can look at some of my bad rolls, sell that gear, and go through this whole thing and just get rid of some gear. So I got plenty of silver in there. I'll obviously be saving my silver from this point on, and running a lot more spiders, trying to get through it. As I'm saying save silver, I see the red dot popped up. Got to go buy my shards. But that's it. And now if you don't have the elements of a clan boss team, a new clan boss team, maybe you've got a hero you've been waiting to bring up for arena, or just a regular hero that you've been trying to level up for the clan boss himself. I highly suggest planning it out, waiting until this event hits, and waiting until the corresponding tournaments or events during it actually align with what you want to do. It's kind of a no-brainer, but it's so easy to get excited and jump ahead. That's why I'm holding on to shards. We've had events going on, but there's going to be a 2x for void shards going on during one of the summoning events or tournaments. So that's going to be the perfect time to pull my void shards, without a doubt. I'm trying to stockpile back up on greens because I had to pull like 2,000 last time to finish out my events. But as time goes on, I'll be getting more. I'm saving these sacred shards for the one that gives you 500 guaranteed points for pulling one. It's going to help me get through it. That's 1,000 points right there waiting to happen. And then ancient shards as I get them from all my rewards. I'm holding on to them. I ignored the last 10x because this is just super important to me. A guaranteed legendary is always better than taking a chance on one in my book. That's it. Hopefully you've got some kind of plan that you can actually align with the upcoming event. And I would highly suggest thinking ahead of time when there's any well-known holiday coming up, they seem to always have a new champ, either as a fragment or a fusion. So you know that they make champions that are based around St. Patrick's Day. They'll probably have some 10x events with some of the old heroes. They'll have something going on for a new one. As soon as this event ends for Valentine's Day, I would start stockpiling your 330s, your 440s, your 5-star chickens, your bottled energy, everything that you get. I would be stockpiling it just so you're ready for that next event. I mean, a guaranteed legendary is something you don't want to pass up, right? So that's it, guys. Be getting ready. I wish everybody all the luck in the world, because you're surely going to be pulling some shards for one reason or another. Hopefully you do get this fusion event, get the new hero. Hopefully you get some of the new heroes. They're releasing a lot of new heroes with this next event, so I hope everybody has good luck. Hopefully your plans are laid out. You're going to accomplish a few things in the middle of trying to earn this new legendary, and everything will line up. They're getting good at this. It should be void shards. I believe our next 2x event should line up with one of the summonings. Then there probably will be a 10x going on for the second summoning event or tournament. So you'll have chances of getting the new heroes, something to that effect. So they're really getting better at this. And real quick, I want to remind, as far as we're talking about how plans come together, I put out a video yesterday talking about how hard it is to maintain silver. I mean, obviously, I've got a guide helping you make silver, getting ready for events, but in general, playing around with your heroes, trying to change their gear up, gear new heroes, it's getting harder and harder to do, and also books are pretty much outrageous right now. They'll frustrate you to no end. It's actually better to get good epics than legendaries at this point, because you can almost never max your legendary out with books. You know, it's frustrating. I would like you to watch that video, share it. The idea is, I mean, every content creator out there is addressing this issue. So why me? They need to be hit from every angle. They need to see these videos being watched more than any other, so that they take everybody seriously. I mean, if they see an average player with getting people actually making ground with a video talking about these problems, maybe something will get done. And it's not about me, it's about all of us. We're all the average player. I don't care how much you spend, I don't care how long you've been playing. If you play this game, you're valuable to Plarium, even if you're free to play. They don't want players exiting the game. They want players in the community, keeping everyone excited. It's a wonderful game. I admit it all throughout my video. But they're making it so frustrating. I know for a fact they're going to lose people if they don't address these issues. And you and I can be a part of fixing it. I would support every content creator with everything you have on any videos addressing the current issues in the game. By doing that, we're going to make our voices heard. You know, me having 20 views and 20 some odd subscribers is not going to do much. But every angle we can hit them at is going to count. So subscribe. Leave comments. Comments are powerful with the algorithms, and especially if they come and actually look at any of these videos. At some point, they'll have to Google these things and Bing them and look for these things. So you're much more in control than you think, as long as you let your voice be heard. Anyways, I appreciate it if you would do it. Other than that, get ready for the fusion. Good luck to everyone, and enjoy the grind.